Greetings, Kerbal killers. Welcome to Bootstrapping the Kerbalverse. I am your host, Warrior. The rules of this series are quite simple. Number 1, the first launch from the KSC has no restrictions, any size, shape, or mission type I wish. Subsequent launches are Kerbal buses only. No resupply or rescue launches allowed. All missions are live, no rehearsing, no reverts, no quick saves. Cheat mode is allowed, but only when the game messes up to allow us to put things back the way they should be. All Kerbal deaths are recorded in the death counter. That is the thing to the bottom left of your screen. And all my YouTube videos are suitable for all ages. Greetings, Kerbal killers, welcome back. I'm doing a little bit of a voiceover to explain a couple of things that are gonna happen in this video. First of all, my apologies, there was a video clip that was corrupt and basically unrecoverable, so it didn't make it in this episode. Unfortunately, it would have explained a few things that I'm now going to explain in a voiceover. Doesn't that just suck? Something weird went on. Well, before that, managed to get the Bootstrapping universe moved over to KSP 122 from 113. So a few additional things are in the mod packs. So we have some new technology, which is always a good thing. But in the process, something weird happened, and for whatever reason, the station stopped producing live support for about, I don't know, best part of an hour, I think, gameplay wise. So it ended up being 40-something minutes in the red with oxygen. So we had to do a little bit of emergency work, specifically water splitters, carbon extractors, to make the oxygen back up again as quickly as possible. And then I also noticed that the station was out of waste, so it was barely, well, it was keeping up with food, but it wasn't producing an excess of food. Yeah, kind of a problem. So the Kerbals literally had about 2.5 minutes of food. But luckily enough, one of the modifications that I've got in for the water purifier is that not only does it purify, but it also depurifies. And when it depurifies, well, it basically makes wastewater from water and dirt. When you repurify it, it takes wastewater and converts it into water plus waste. So effectively it just converts dirt to waste. So that helps us out. Our food climbs slowly, very slowly, which is very odd for the size of those purifiers. Might want to take a look at that. Also coming up, you will notice a launch, and the launch is another Kerbal bus. This isn't being piloted by Val, because she is on her way back from Minmus. She's, I think, about 5.5 days away from Kerbal. But I thought it'd be a good idea to send up an orange suit and some extra Kerbals. Two sort of reasons for that. kind of sort of ish taking a chance. If for some reason all of the kerbals on the station don't survive, i.e. we run out of life support, then obviously somehow we need a kerbal or two up there to get the station restarted again, so on and so forth. However, having extra kerbals up there isn't going to cause us a direct problem, because the station can recycle their waste so it can keep up with their requirements. So we're not putting any additional risk other than the possibility of killing extra kerbals, but we do need extra kerbals up there. Extra kerbals means we can build things faster. So that's why we're sending another 12 engineers up there, I think. Did make a few slight modifications to the Mark 1 Kerbal bus, specifically to do with RCS, although you probably wouldn't notice. And that's pretty much where... oh no, built a little rig in the SPH. You'll see it in the last clip. That has a load of solar panels and radiators on. I didn't bother showing the building or the spawning of it. Simple reason being, you've seen it before. You know it can be done, so there really isn't any point. Same goes for the smelter. I just dropped a smelter into the SPH and saved it. That simple, and just built it. Although I must admit, I was panicking a little bit once I had built the shall we say, I think it was called the emergency solar truss, something like that. Because we had quite low rocket parts and no way of actually building rocket parts. Luckily enough, when I went back to the SPH to build the smelter, then I discovered that we actually had enough, just. Yeah, also, while I think about it, you're watching or watched the Kerbal go to pick up stuff from where the base was, and well, a little bit of antics with the recycle rover. I actually thought the recycle rover was off the surface of Mimbus as we were thrusting along. It turns out it wasn't. Whoops. Took me a good 45 minutes for that Kerbal to walk back. Oh well. So the Kerbal was walked all the way back, and he doesn't have any monoprop, so he can't actually get back into the remains of the base. So I did build a CAS container which appeared right underneath the station. Wait, why is it underneath the station? So after I actually did some investigation and found that a survey stake had got stuck between the drills, and then I remembered a missing survey stake, and the pieces then fell into place. So the reason for LE happening, i.e. the storage tanks spawning in clipped into the station, which caused an explosion, was caused by a second survey stake stuck in the drills, which then EPL took the spawn position as the midpoint between the two survey stakes rather than the one that I'd actually put down, which was then to, well, cause it to be inside the station. So we found out what caused that issue. Also found another bug with that CAS container because I put some monoprop tanks in, the emergency EVA ones, and you're supposed to be able to right click on them and refuel your Kerbal's EVA pack. It wasn't doing that. Now, showing that clip specifically so that you know what I did. That is obviously a bug. So I dropped the tank on the floor with the full intention of just not using it. I'm going to let it despawn. Basically to signify me using the monoprop that was in it. Instead, what I ended up doing is I used HyperEdit to give the Kerbal the EVA fuel. So we kind of got around that bug. And again, just showing the clip just to make sure everybody knows that I was doing it above board in a roundabout sort of way. Okay, Kerbal killers. So, after a slight panic, we have got a smelter built. I've just finished connecting it up. Now, some people will have noticed the frame rate has changed. Yep. We're now in KSP 1.2.2 with a massive frame rate upgrade. Thanks, squad. So let's get rid of that thing. We're now completely out of rocket parts, well, for all intents and purposes. Go away. So we're going to kick the smelter into gear. There we go. We're barely holding it together on life support. After a slight whoopsie. Food remaining 3 minutes 9 seconds. Oxygen remaining 23 minutes 30 seconds. And we are slowly going up on both of them. Very slowly on food though. But now that we've got a smelter, we can actually go and mine metal ore. Which means I'm going to have to increase power to the reactor, but we should be okay. So as it turned out, the nuclear reactor didn't shut down. We're able to get radiators set up quickly enough before it shut down, which is always a good thing. No, that's going to go over. You're 100%. You're 100%. Okay, so all drills are doing something. So let's see what's going on. Well, the solar panels are producing an absolute ton of power. So I'm going to leave the reactor exactly where it is. Metal's going up. Only 25% load though. But then again, that is going up. Now the funky thing is, there's nobody in there to produce rocket parts. Start part production. But thankfully, there's people in other areas of the ship, so we're getting rocket parts. As you've just seen, we've launched another Kerbal bus to come up here. We need more kerbals, specifically to go in the greenhouses. At the moment, food production is actually being limited by waste. We haven't got any. The greenhouses actually use waste. So what we've actually got going is the water purifiers and the water depurifiers. What happens is we're mining dirt. There. We're mixing it with water to create wastewater, and then we're purifying the wastewater, which turns the wastewater back to water and waste. So that's why we've got a slight excess, and I do mean slight. And the interesting thing is, with single survey stakes, everything seems to point north-south, which is kind of curious. But it'll do. So that's going to be all from me for this episode. They are not out of the woods, and they're not going to be out of the woods for quite some time. And thanks for 57 crew. Gonna have to look into that. But thanks to upgrading to KSP 122 means I have the updates for the mods, which will also include a few updated parts, so a new base is in order. Well, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the alarm bell so that you'll get notified of new videos. I hope you have a good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is for you. Take care, have fun, and I will see you later. Bye for now.